Good morning, everybody, and today will be primarily filmed on the S23 Ultra. Only got one clip in last night. I was trying to get this thing set up, trying to set up Terry's phone as well. So a lot of things going on last night, and I didn't get a chance to really use it. I did just end up. I mentioned about my infected finger. I just finally put a needle in it, and ooh, God, it was gross. I was right. It was infected. It might not completely be cleared out yet, but alright, time to get editing yesterday's video, and I think I have 90% of the setup complete with apps and whatnot, settings. I think I'm running on 4K 60 right now in the ShiftCam, got that set up. I do not have the Rodes connected right at the moment. I wanted to give an audio test without them, so it's supposed to be kind of a gloomy day, but try to get editing and maybe get the doggies for a walk and give this thing a test. I'm not gonna lie, this thing feels way heavier than the iPhone. It is actually heavier than the iPhone, to be honest with you. But it's a bigger phone, too. By a good 3/4 of an inch, or half an inch, something like that. It's taller. So, I do have Terry's Note 20, so I have a third camera if I need to do any little side-by-side filming or something with the phone, with the iPhone and the Samsung side-by-side. Plus I have the glasses. But, oh, I forgot that clip. Oh well. But good morning. Happy Thursday. And 60. Can't zoom with this particular setup, but it's alright. It is what it is. And I left my windows open last night. I'm like down in my car last night, so that's awesome. I'm glad it didn't start raining yet, because that would be bad. It does not look like we're going to have a very nice day. Yeah, Priya, Daddy stopped. You don't pay attention to what we're doing. You just keep doing whatever you want to do. Unless you get in trouble on walks all the time. Alrighty, with the microphone setup, I'm noticing both of these cameras on the iPhone and the Samsungs with ShiftCam. And you don't have microphones hooked up, you're actually too far back on the main lens. So, actually, is that telephoto on this one? Yeah, it's 10x lens on this one. So, it wouldn't be bad until you actually get to the point of shooting long distance. Which we're going to do some test shots here. So, apparently, mainly the 10x lens really helps with, like, if you're shooting a sign, but, like, shooting that squirrel that's in the tree, it's not going to really work as well. He's out there somewhere. I don't know where he went now. Looks like you're following me on camera. Trying to. Damn. And let's not forget that we have 8K30 now. So, K24 was pretty bad. Apparently with this you can punch in pretty far. Take good still shots. Do like I'll do a little pan zoom on Mateo here in post and see how clear it gets or stays. So apparently with the 4K 30, you've got a wider field of view now and better stabilization, so that's what this test is. Kind of a 8K stabilization test. And something I noticed this morning is the fact that Samsung is now doing the opposite of what Apple's been doing. They're copying Apple. They now have stack widgets and a high bitrate, basically like ProRes. So they're unleashing the, full potential of this. They're not compressing the footage like with ProRes, basically the same concept. So, but it only works with the Pro camera section. You can't use it. I don't think it works in 4K, 8K. Maybe it does, I don't know. Alright, so I'm going to try to give a best idea of this so you can see what I'm seeing. So that's how far that sign is. There's 3x, 10x, 30x. Now obviously you're going to get the screenshot of what it looks like, and I'll show you the couple pictures I just took pre-recording this. So you get an idea how the 100x does work on letters, signage. Well, we're still in 8K. We're going to give this 8K thing here a little bit of a check. See how stable-wise and vlogging-wise. I think it's too much. But it would be nice if I have to zoom in on something, since you can't zoom with this except digitally. Kind of nice to have the feature to high enough resolution that you can zoom in post. So, see how it works. Cameras look pretty sexy on them, I'm not going to lie. I do like the design. Like I said the other day, there's supposedly the new design of the lenses. They've gotten rid of that little green dot that you get from the sun and from lights. Unfortunately, it's kind of gloomy, and I won't be able to kind of test that right now. Maybe later. Taking them a nice little adventure here because I want to get some pictures. Birch tree. You know, some days I really wish I was actually sponsored by ShiftCam, because as much as I mention them, but with a phone this big, it really does make a huge difference. I mean, taking pictures, vlogging, filming myself, filming the dogs, it just gives you such a better grip. And the damn thing works. Honestly, truly worth $149 or $159, whatever it is. Probably the best accessory, and it's universal with the ShiftCam. Snap grip, not so much without extra pads on the back. Bigger phones doesn't work as well for me. So the sun is out over there, kind of coming through the trees. I don't know when we get to a clearing if I'm going to be able to maybe get the sun in the lens. I'll give it a shot here and try. This is the problem too with it being February in Pennsylvania, is everything's so drab. Very little colors. So, very interested to see how this all works out. And I think the HDR10 is finally out of the beta stage. It's only been in the beta stage since, I think, the S10. Yeah. Kind of weird. Still kind of have a tree there, but I'm not seeing any. I should just test the iPhone. I don't know if that's bright enough sun to activate that little green dot, but I'm not seeing it on the screen at least. Something I was able to do last night with this phone that I cannot do with the S22 or any previous models is to say I want only raw photos saved. Is that falling out of there? No, okay. I'm making sure. From all cameras. That's something new. Did not have that before. Alright, so there we go. It feels like I've changed modes here on myself. Yeah, because I don't have any zoom capabilities. Unless it's back in 8K. But not really getting... I don't know if I can drop that down. Oh, there we go. That looks weird. It's not accurate at all, but at least on the screen, see how it looks in post. I might be running 8K again. Not running 8K, UHD 60 now, we're running 30. There we go. I'm still not seeing the green dot. I haven't pulled the iPhone out to test. I should do that maybe. It was in Pro. I thought the display... There's too many camera functions on this thing. Isn't it, Mateo? He goes, I don't know, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Now we're in normal mode. Yeah, I'm not seeing any green dot. I'd say that would be enough to activate. Let's check the iPhone. No green dot on that one either, so maybe it's not that type of light. Alright. This is... I am in 60 frames per second here, so... Let's get an idea. Oh, you know what? That's a good enough shot to take a picture of. It's kind of cool. As I'm walking through, I'm taking pictures, and I got Mr. Baker involved. I got sending him some stuff just so he gets an idea what we're capable of shooting with this bad boy. Get his opinion. Of course, now he's viewing it on an iPhone. I think 12. He's asking me questions. Alrighty. Back to 60 frames per second. UHD. You see, can't go any higher with 8K than 30, so. Just set my pictures of the 200 megapixel and the 50 megapixel. Well, there really is no sky there. Mike, just so you know, yeah, I mean, there's really no sky to not be blown out. But, we'll give it some more shots here. The flip back because they're complaining already. They want it like 2 days ago. Well, yeah, I have till February 27th, but get it out of here now. Alright, well, we haven't done Canfield's Lane in quite some time, so that's where we are. Trying to figure places to go. I want to get near water, but this isn't really the best spot, but it's better than nothing. And it's wooded, so might get some good photos. Alright, so I did edit through the beginning part of the video already. 8K, I don't think runs in HDR, or it's a different style, because I had to make serious changes to my HDR thing for that footage, and I'm not 100% sure I have it all right, but you see. Trying not to use the iPhone a whole lot today. This is not a side-by-side comparison day. That'll be Sunday. Hopefully Tim, Mike, and I can get out and go to Weiser State Forest and try to get out somewhat early in the morning. Once Terry gets, goes to bed, we're going to try to get out of here. So I'm going to try to talk Tim into, if we do race, to race early and get done and go to bed so that we're both up and we can get moving here Sunday morning. Because it's an hour each way, plus God knows how long we're going to walk and how much we're going to do. But I got to get the drone ready as well. The side-by-side rig, which that only takes a few minutes to put together. Alright, all our audios are now up. These guys are just tinkling like crazy. You're just marking everything, aren't you, Princess, huh? It looks so weird in 60 frames per second. It's real on the screen. It seems like it brightens everything up, though, in 60. Come on, Priya, let's go! Crap, there was something I was going to say, and then I checked my volumes, and oh, we did have a little bit of a drizzle there, a little bit of rain, but I'm glad to say that it has stopped. I was getting a little worried. Terry called me, and she's like, "Are you getting wet?" I'm like, "No, yeah, no, we're heading to FedEx." So, flip is back. We do have us some potato wedges, and she wants me to get hoagies for, I don't know, dinner, lunch, whatever. Because it's already 12:30, so I can't imagine it's going to be anything else. I think I might go out to Cowden's and get them, though. She said Southside, but we're not, wherever. I wonder if there's a good hoagie place in Montorzo. Some place we haven't tried yet. Let's look at that. I don't know if we're going to do the whole thing here, like we've done before. We might. Let's see what we get into. I was kind of concerned about mud, but so far it looks clear. It's dry here. Yeah, maybe we won't even waste our time because everything's dried up here. Because that's the other spot that fills up when it floods. We really need to come down and actually clean these drains out, it looks like. It's like they're pretty. Yeah, that's stagnant. It looks, ugh, wouldn't want to go swimming in that. Alright, Canfield's Lane Island, here we go. I don't know, Tim keeps trying to say this place is haunted. This is, I know there's been a lot of Indian artifacts and stuff found over here over the years. I don't go looking for it. And this is actually the first place that Mateo actually got to go for a walk when he was a baby. He wouldn't walk on a leash back then. He got to go for a walk with his buddy AJ. One of only a few instances they ever got to hang out together. We might get to see some birds over here. There's actually a bird nest up in the tree there. I got some good shots with other cameras here before. Might be off season though, but I hear them. Keep my eyes open. I made another dumb decision. I got on Verizon's website last night and ordered the Monarch case again because it is the only one I can see that is, whatchamacallit, MagSafe. And I also ordered the Pro 5 Galaxy Watch because I feel like I'm going to use this one more. I don't know how many times I've actually recorded this tree. I think every time I come here. Largest red oak remains. There you go, sorry. But, not much remaining of it. I'm actually having the same problem I had with the S22 is I'm hitting the mode and it's going the wrong direction on my modes. This sky isn't very alluring today, that's for sure. It's not raining though. Be cool just to sit here and watch. So when we're coming down the highway, that tower right there, it's right along the highway. It's pretty far away, so you can get a good picture of that. And Priya, what did you find? Nothing good. You know why that was so bad? Because I'm filming 60. I don't have my 10x. Oh, I was on 10x. It's the only downside. You don't get all your lenses when you're filming in 60, so we'll drop down to 30 for now. Come on, guys. Let's keep moving. Come on. She's listening. She's got in trouble. She's shy. I know, baby. I know you're a basset hound and you gotta sniff every freaking thing you can sniff. I'm sorry. Where is he? It's the hard thing is finding things. There he is. Oh, sorry. Crap, where'd he go? I feel like I'm looking right at him and I'm not. Well, in Pro mode, you don't get 200 megapixels. You only get 50. That's interesting. It's not even an option. And it was super dark, because I don't even know how that photo's going to turn out. But that's another problem, because there's a lot of processing going on behind the scenes. The photos are not in line with when I took them in the video. So they're like all at the end. I'm going to have to kind of either move things around or leave them all for the end of the video. I don't know what I'm going to do. But if I'm talking about something and it's not there, you'll lose track of what I'm talking about. I'm kind of frustrated. Alright, starting to drizzle again, so I'm trying to keep these guys moving, but of course, you know, slacker back here. Come on, slacker. This is kind of what I was talking about when we got here. There's been a lot of finds, a lot of arrowheads and whatnot. Let's see if I can get far enough back. Rain has found us. Not good. She's like, I'm gonna run before you, Dad. This is her thing. She either stops me or she pulls me. Take your pick, whichever she's up to that day. I wonder if I have my screen at the wrong setting, because this just looks weird. It doesn't look like Samsung normally does. It's very blown out, the screen. I wonder if I have my brightness up too high or something. Come on, let's go. Yeah, I wanted to see some water, just I didn't want it coming from the sky. I'll take a little trip down here. It's gonna be like a shallow river or something. It's raining. That'd be neat. That might be fun. Ooh, that's a little steep there. Hey, Priya, don't go jumping in. Let's see the water droplets hitting. Mateo, you don't like the river. Priya, no. We're not going in today. You're getting wet already with the rain. That's probably the reason. I wasn't even in UHD, I was in FHD. Guys, would you please calm down a little bit? Goodness gracious. Of course, if they keep tugging, I'll go right up the hill. I don't twist an ankle trying. The ground's kind of giving away on me. Almost to the point now where you don't even need to do a stability test with these things. I don't ever use the Super Steady. Although, from what I've seen, they have improved it from other years. Trying to keep up with the action mode on the iPhones. But I don't ever use that mode either because it downgrades you to 2.7K from 4, so. And not in ProRes, which, it doesn't matter because I'm not using it. Alright, ooh, that'd be cool. The video first. The line's coming down, alright. I haven't been using Pro Video a whole lot. Just, and again, it's always something a little different with it, footage-wise. I know it's probably better, but... Oh. Yeah, I mean, you know, there's going to be improvements. Every time they do a sensor change and stuff, there's always, it's just that incrementally better quality. I will say that this one has not been lagging in any way, shape, or form. When I went into settings, the memory plus was already expanded to 8. So this is the 12 gigs of RAM model. It's the 512. It has been working pretty flawlessly. It's snapping photos pretty quickly. Some other YouTubers have made the comments that they've talked, other YouTubers have seen shutter lag. They personally on their devices did not. Of course, I think it does depend on which one you got. If you were sent the 256 with the 8 gigs of RAM, you probably did. Because, I mean, that model, for some reason, that setup, seems to fail pretty miserably. Yeah, there is no more 128 on these either. It's 256, 512, and 1 terabyte. Yeah. I don't, Samsung's trying not to be like Apple, but I've found several things in the camera that are very much like Apple. Of course, now you can sit there, take a photo, sit there and push on something and pull part of the photo out like you can with Apple. It's not as good. I did it with the picture of Chell this morning. It looks like crap. Of course, then you've got the Pro resolution. Like I said earlier, basically it's like ProRes. It unlocks it for compression purposes. You can probably hear the rain coming down. It's starting to catch us. But there's just some things. They all copy from each other somewhere, some way, somehow, every year. Something I was wrong about earlier, when I was in the settings, I mentioned that the RAW photos was available for all lenses. That is only available for the Pro mode, which is the 1X lens. You do not get RAW, from what I can tell, in any other lens. And it doesn't look like you actually get the option to do RAW JPEG on the regular camera. You only get the Pro mode selection, from what I have seen. If I'm wrong, please point it out where I need to go, because I know I'm getting both. because when I was editing this morning, I get the 1000 clips, which is all the crap JPEGs, and then the actual dated clips, 2023 0216 clips, they're the raw ones. So I am getting both, but I didn't see a switch in there for it like there used to be. Alright everybody, well this has been day one of filming with the S23 Ultra. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I hope you enjoyed today's video, but I think I'm going to call it because I already had 10 minutes and I'm sure I have another 12 or 15, so I will see you tomorrow as always, and have a good day.